You are my own hell. I won't let you out my sight, 'cause then I would have no life and someone
Here we go again. Traveling from Hong Kong to Canada, it was no easy task, especially traveling with a young baby. And we stayed there for several months, so we definitely accumulated some stuff to be carried back to Canada. And at the time, because there was a delay with our flight, it was very last minute, so we only found out until we were already on the way in the cab and everything, and it was delayed an hour. The most unfortunate part is that we cannot even enter the lounge, so we had to carry baby along. And for those of you with new babies, you'll know how hard sometimes it can be with a young baby. They're napping all the time. Sometimes it's just easier to be, at home. We didn't actually travel all that much prior to this, not for a prolonged period. So that was something of a mental challenge for me, bringing a baby along. And not only that, the ride there was an hour long. We waited an extra hour, and yes, my baby, you remember it, right? And with 7 luggages at the time, again, it's not a short vacation, it was a long stay, long haul, that we're moving back to Canada. It was a serious move, so it was, to say the least, very exciting.
Oh, so baby, don't you hunt me. Oh, if you want me, let me know.
And once we hit the lounge, we noticed that we are a little bit chaotic, to say the least, unlike our previous self. Now with the baby, it's not about organized, it's not about how it looks, it's just about practicality and whether she's happy. There will be moments, of course, where she's upset, but because at the time she was so young, she was sleeping most of the time, right? And she was just napping throughout. The only 2 activities I was doing was feeding and eating, like either feeding her or eating for myself. We made it. That's all that I can think of. We finally are on the plane. At least we can start the countdown of the 15-hour. That's all that matters. And at the time, we pretty much was just holding on to the baby the entire flight, as we weren't able to use the basket net that was located on the first row. We were not lucky enough to trade spot with the person there, although we did have to pay for it, which is an extra $800, kind of the same price as economy for an adult flight. But regardless, we made it, and at the time, obviously, it was just feeding. We're taking turns holding the baby. But for those of you who are interested in what it's like to take a baby out on a flight, when they're younger, there are definitely pros with it as well, because they're sleeping so much. If you're willing to hold them, things are not that bad. And this is pretty much the look that I saw her in when she's awake. And taking a look at these videos, it is almost like traveling back in time, and I really misses those times. I can't believe how nervous I was with her cries, with taking care of her, but time goes by so fast. After an hour at custom with the chaos of the kiosk being down, we finally made it. It was too bad there were no priority lanes for parents and babies or disabled personnels. That was very disappointing, but we're just glad that we made it at all in the end.
Alcoholic, I keep trying to be one, 'cause it seems fun when you're falling down. Spin it on.
That's a wrap for our 15-hour flight back to Canada. For more videos, check out my channel. Until next time.
My awful tolerance for that grain, and with you it's